1, 2, 3, ABC, red, yellow, blue. Hey, it's Care. Welcome to Montague at the Lake. This one's kind of a cross between a dive in, how to get started, and New Theme Thursday. And it's 2 themes, and there's always extra, so it's just a bonus video all the way around. Dive in. I've said quite a few times, and I'll say it over and over again in case you're new, or in case you weren't paying attention the first time. You can let the cover of your book dictate its contents. This is another beautiful vintage Reader's Digest condensed books from 1973. Those gold, it's not just gilded gold pages on the top only. They're glittery, teeny tiny little speckles of wonderful. And the pattern is sort of an offset of the primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. Or to be more precise, cyan, magenta, and yellow. And I've been collecting bits for a long while of rainbow and primary, spectrum and primary. What's the difference, you might ask? Well, primary is just the 3 colors, red, yellow, blue. Of course, this has green, secondary. But I'm going to let it slide because it works beautifully into the red, yellow, and blue theme. Look how cute these guys are. Their little red, yellow, and blue jackets. They're teeny. It was in one of those travel guidebooks, a Paris travel guidebook. I don't know what they're going to go see, but it's a great picture. And it fits my theme. Which comes first, the chicken or the egg? Well, in this case, I'd been collecting red, yellow, blue for quite some time. And when I saw this book at St. Vinny's quite a while back, I thought, perfect. This will be my red, yellow, blue glue book. Whatever I find that's red, yellow, and blue will go into this. It will become an altered / glue book. Altered book / glue book. I will go through and take out any of the illustrations that I want. There aren't that many in here. Look, more Nita Ingle painting. It's so awesome. I'll have an entire vintage Nita Ingle collection by the time I'm done. That's a whole nother book, isn't it? Yay for me. It just never stops around here. But there aren't very many. Compared to the 1960s Reader's Digest books, in the 70s, there were fewer and quite a bit fewer pictures. In the 80s, there was next to none. So I'm sure that I'll have to take out more pages other than just the illustrations in order to make room for the things that I want to glue in. But this was the perfect cover for that project. Now, if you find a cover, let it speak to you. You know, is it a purplish cover or purple and gray? Maybe that can be your color scheme and you won't have to do much to the cover. You can just go with the purple and gray color scheme because of the purple and gray cover. Let your cover help you out a little bit. So on to the new themes. One theme is primary colors. Any and all things that fit that theme are just red, yellow, and blue. And because I didn't have much, they got jammed into their own, or they didn't get their own book. What's the difference between primary colors and the rainbow? Well, the spectrum, the rainbow, has all colors. together. This is a map of some sort of heat seeking map or something. I don't know. But it's got the violet. It's got the violet and the indigo and the kind of a tealish blue and a bluish green and then a yellowish green and then the yellow, bright yellow into orange, into reddish orange, into red. Whole spectrum. So we have two different things here. Now, the primary are just going, the only thing going in the book are the primary. So I think that now that I have a book for it, I will separate these. I tried to, when I put things in here, I put rainbows and spectrum in facing the front and the red, yellow, blue stuff facing the back, so that I kind of had some organization within this bag. But you know what? I learned they made more bags, so I'm going to have one for the rainbow and one for the primary. So some things kind of fall in between. This has, again, the green in it. And I'm going to put it in with the primaries. For me, the spectrum is very, very specific, as is the primary. And there's just a divide in my brain on which goes where. I'll show you how mine works. Yours might work differently. This is a very simple, clean thing. So I'm going to put it in with the primaries, even though, again, it has the green and even the white. It's okay. Same thing here. It has the off-white, but it has red, yellow, blue, and that's about it. Very simple, and that chair is pretty vintagey. I mean, it's almost an exact. Match, which is awesome. This might be might go on the cover. That might be cover art because it's perfect. It's vintagey, and I think that'll probably be the cover. Although it's early. This is from a phone book, and again, even though it has the green in it, I see primarily primary colors: red, yellow, and blue. So I'm going to put that there. Red, yellow, and blue. This is from a catalog. Sheets, blankets. I think they're sheets. Red, yellow, blue, and purple. I could cut out that purple balloon if I wanted. I may not. I don't know. I'm not going to make any rash decisions. Here's some more of those really cool bubbles. It's always nice when you can find multiples of things. This was an ad, I believe, for a weight loss product, I think. If I can find more of those ads and cut out more of those bubbles, I could make a page border. I could put one on each of the four corners and tie a 2-page spread together. There's a lot of good things when you have more than one of these items, versus if I just had this one little guy. He might work as a stamp or the front of a tab or something. But the more you can collect of something, the better. I love these. These are fairly new. They were still in the package when I got them, so they're not vintage. But even though they have a little bit of black, I'm going with the red, yellow, and blue. So fun. I love those. Here we go. Spectrum. Even though it's not nearly as bright, it's sort of vintagey. I just think that's Spectrum, because it's more of a rainbowy thing. Rainbowy. Red, yellow, and blue for sure. Maybe that one will go there. I'll split the difference. One will go in the finch here and one will go there. Rainbows are, of course, the entire spectrum. There, I thought I had 2 pieces of that. So there, that'll be a nice 2-page spread. Why is it not primary? Because look at all the purple and the orangey and the peachy. That's why. Some mulberry paper that's stuck together. Look at that. Half yellow, half green. Half blue, half green. So a little tiny bit of blue, red, and yellow. So these will go in the primary. Rainbows. Look at that tiny little teeny tiny printer's color check guide thing. It has purple on it, but it's pretty basic, so I'm going to put it in with the primaries. Rainbows. More of that rainbow. This is a 1963 or 1967 children's book about swans. It's so beautiful. I have no idea what it is, but it's very spectrum-y to me. So I threw it in the spectrum bag. Basic, red, yellow, blue, green. So he'll go in there. Red, no yellow, but green and blue. So that'll go with that. Same thing here. We're off a little bit, but that's okay. Very basic and primary. I could cut the red, yellow, and blue out and put the rest in there. Very basic. Primary, basic. First steps. Foundation. Those are all what primary means. Simple, basic, first step. So simple, basic goes in that pile. Rainbows. These are kind of vintagey rainbows, though. I don't know. Maybe I'll cut this out for my sherbet collection, or maybe I'll just throw it away. I don't really like it. This one's easy, even though it's not clean. Nice and grungy. Oh, I love this one. Primaries. Very primary, even though it's got a lot of green. And quite a bit of the spectrum. There's some purple there. I don't know. Maybe he should go. I think I'm going to put him with the primary. Red, yellow, blue. More of that grunge. More of the spectrum. Look how cool these are. Aren't these awesome? Remember Susie Zoo? Oh, I just thought those were so cute. Susie Zoo. This is some of her school stuff. Brain scans. Very cool. Oh, more brain scans. Now this has every color in the rainbow, so I'm going to put it with the spectrum stuff. Prime. I like that they include purple, because purple is one of my very favorites. It's more of those color blocks. Printer, checker. I knew at one time what it meant. What they were called. Spectrum. Now this one, I'm going to go with primary, even though it has the purple. I could cut the green and the purple out and just have that. That's fun too. My divider sheet. So most of these then should be Spectrum. How fun is that? Even though it has kind of a vintagey feel, I really like it for the Spectrum. What else do we have? Oh, a whole bunch. They all go together. I love that. Even though they're not exactly the same, they're from a phone book, so they must be some sort of community calendar. But yeah, festival guide. Hello, it's right there. Sometimes you just get so focused on what you're looking at, you don't see what's in front of you. Rainbow. With the spectrum all the way around, that's fun. Mandela I colored in 05. Holy moly. Been lying around 17 years. Gonna find a home now. Oh, more of that festival stuff. Very fun. This is a cover off of a book, a dust jacket, and it is spectacular. It's shiny, maybe. I was going to say maybe it'd be the cover of my rainbow book, but I don't like the words more across. I just like the effect, so it'll just be part of it. On second thought, that's how fast those decisions get made. One of every color. Rainbow, primary. Rainbow, must be rainbow. It has all the colors. Ooh, look at all that. Look at all that color. Oh, it's just juicy and yummy and wonderful. Juicy and yummy and wonderful. Primary, simple and basic and clean. I believe those were from Spiked Seltzers, FYI. Simple, basic, and clean. If I wanted to, I can cut the green one out. Fun colors. Spectrum. Oh, Spectrum in watercolor. Look at. Ooh, this was a book cover from the Dollar Tree. Yummy butterfly. Oh, see? One butterfly. If it finds its way into my book. See, I'm not anti-butterfly. I'm just anti-butterfly on every single project, every single day. Do we have to go there every time? Apparently, yeah, apparently we do, because here we are. This reminds me of Ireland, even though it's more like Italy because of the canals, but look at the rainbow homes and appliances to match each and every one. How fun are those? Aw, little puppy. It's so beautiful. But what do we got? What do we got? Oh, Iridescence Spectrum. Love that. Oh, that's awesome. Every color. $20.11. Been around a while too. Spectrum. Very cool. You never know where the stuff's going to come from. This is from a catalog of things. I think they were, I don't know, vases or something. Just cut out the parts you want. These are all glass. Well, I used the glass, but all the text matches. There's purple text, yellow orange text, reddish orange text, green, teal, blue, purple, and indigo. All the different color texts. This is a story on medicine. Pretty cool. There's 2 of those, which is always good. Simple and beautiful and clean. I love it. Even though it's simple, beautiful, and clean, it was all of the colors of the rainbow. And then they have just all kinds of little stuff. Paint swatches and bags and hoses to match every decor outside, and color wheels and NBC's logo. And oh, there's nothing like colored glass. Especially in the garden, FYI. If you can get glass that'll stay, older glass that's going to stay colored, that won't fade in the sun. I have no idea what that is, but it's really, really cool. Artist Help Network. But I got it for that. Look at those colors. Wowzer, that was fun. More colored glass. And those are primaries. Should probably go in there. Spectrum. Endless uses for buckets, of course. More of that book cover. Beautiful. I cut every bit of the watercolor out of it that I could. We're almost to the end. Jewelry. See? Yard art. Yard art. So beautiful. Chickadees. That's a different book entirely. Fun. Foam covers. Just splashes of watercolor from an ad, I believe. I have lots of these NBC things, the peacocks, so that's good. Chill out. No sweat. This is fun. Towels. Once you start looking, you'll find the stuff everywhere that you're looking for, which is a beautiful thing about how our brains work and how the universe helps us along. Oh, look at that. Indigo. If you have a rainbow kitchen. Wouldn't that be cool? Everything in your kitchen white except your utensils and your appliances, every color under the rainbow. That would be awesome. New theme Thursday. Why? Because everything doesn't have to be about butterflies and botanicals. So now we've got a primary book. We've got quite a bit. We could get started on this. This is going to have its own bag from now on. We could get started on this. And what am I going to do with this? Like I said, I'm going to pull out the illustrations and then a whole bunch of extra pages. And then just start gluing in or making altered book pages. I'm not sure what that's going to look like until I get knee deep into it. It's primarily going to be a place to glue these images that I find. But I may gesso some pages. I may put some background pages on to cover up some of the text. I don't know until I start. So that's a project for another day. Today, I just wanted to share with you. Let your cover do the deciding for you. This is my primary color project, and I have a great collection started. This would be plenty if I wanted to do just a little guy. You know, it doesn't have to be a full-on 2-inch thick book. It can be a zine. I've been pulling pages out of very large books for other projects, and as I pull them out, I count out 10 and I fold them in half. I could just do a Spectrum book that size or a Spectrum book this size. It doesn't have to be a full-on, huge, monstrously take me forever project. It can be just something little, just a place to collect. And if you have too many, well, then start another one or put your beautiful rainbows in a garden journal or a color-filled journal, or it could be any other place. You know, maybe you have a thing for bags or a thing for glass. Do a colored glass. Oh, I love colored glass. So many possibilities. Absolutely no reason to get stuck in a rut of butterflies and botanicals. Don't forget, if you're looking for freebies, I've got several free printables on my Patreon page for patrons and non-patrons alike. Free for the taking. At the moment, it escapes me the list of goodies. So go there and check it out. Lots coming on my Etsy store. Lots of goodies coming up there. All kinds of things going on here at My Dig at the Lake. But for now, we're going to call it a day. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. My Dig at the Lake. Bye for now.